welcome to day 2 of Being Human, where we're learning how to create inner peace so you can handle stressful and emotionally challenging situations a lot better for yourself. If you are new to me, welcome. If you've been rocking with me for a while, welcome back. I'm Shar Smith, creator and owner of Lunar Soul Love. If you have no clue what I do, I essentially serve as the personal growth and energy alchemy specialist for intuitive transformation. If you missed part 1 yesterday, pause this video right now and go back and watch it. If you do not, you will be lost, okay? And that's going to be your own fault. Pause this video and go back and watch it if you have not seen part 1. Today, we're taking action using your human design chart and looking at the different phases of the moon. I told you yesterday it was going to be juicy, and I do not disappoint, okay? If you have not pulled your free human design chart, use the link down in the description box below now to go ahead and do so. Again, it's free. And all you're going to need is your birth information. So you're going to need your date of birth, your time of birth, your birth location, the city, country, state, and I was going to say zip code, but you don't need your zip code. Okay, so yesterday we looked at the dynamics of conflict and went in and rewrote and challenged the belief that you are somehow meant to struggle and began the process of shifting your mindset towards understanding and identifying the opportunities for growth whenever conflict, stress, or emotionally challenging situations happen. But before you can actually get into the nitty-gritty of utilizing that opportunity for growth, you've got to calm your nervous system down and ground your energy. This is also that you can remain mobile in the midst of conflict and chaos and be able to actually think for yourself and take action according to what's going to be best specifically for you and your experience. So you've got to find your center and use it as an anchor. It's very important that you understand that this is not, I repeat, this is not about you becoming immune to your emotions, okay? Your emotions are there for a reason. This is about you being able to process and feel your emotions without them taking over. This is about you being able to stabilize your nervous system so that it does not shut down on you and makes it so that you cannot think for yourself or take action for yourself in the moment that you need to. So for example, when you become anxious, nervous, frustrated, angry, etc., you enter in what's called a heightened emotional state. And so essentially, this puts you in position to be easily manipulated and controlled, and you don't want that. To bring this point home, this is where a lot of marketing and sales tactics are heavily emotions based. They're trying to pull and tag and tug and trigger your emotions to manipulate you and control you into doing what they want you to do, which is buying. Instead, you want to shift your focus to taking the information in without attaching it meaning something about you to it, right? So without allowing that information to mean something specifically about you, your worthiness, your value, whether or not you deserve X, Y, and Z. The quickest way for you to do that is to look at how you specifically are energetically wired to ground your energy as well as gain emotional clarity. And that's where human design and the lunar phases come in. In your human design chart, the first place you want to look at is both your conscious and your unconscious earth placements, okay? You specifically want to look at the human design gate that your earth placements are in. Now, if you are looking for the breakdown of the 64 gates and their meanings, you can easily Google them and do the research for each and every one of them yourself. But if you signed up for the series and are on the email list for this series, aka part of the Soul Love community, then you will have a list of all 64 gates and their meetings included in the bonus content folder that I've sent out when you gain access to this series. Okay, so if you want access to that, then click the link in the description box to sign up and join. Okay. So now your earth placement in human design tells you exactly what grounds you and what supports you. Essentially, this is the energetic source for both balance and stability. So now balance is going to be found in your conscious earth gate. So the conscious portion of your chart is on the right hand side. Okay, it's the black squares or the column of squares that are in black. Now the stability portion is going to be found in your unconscious earth gate. So this is the red side of your chart on the left, okay? And then essentially the stability portion, so you'll find stability or be emotionally stable once you learn how to integrate the energy or the wisdom that the energy of your conscious earth gate gives you, okay? So for example, because we're looking at my human design chart here,
And if you need help, again, the earth placements for where to look when you're looking at your own human design chart, if I can talk, own human design chart are labeled for you. And so again, you're looking at the conscious and unconscious earth placements. Okay. So in this example, my conscious earth gate is gate 58.1. And my unconscious earth gate is gate 18.3. So now a quick little note, the number after the decimal is called the line expression of the human design gate number. And so in this case, the gate number would be 58 and the line expression would be 1. Or the gate number would be 18 and the line expression would be 3. Okay. This is based on the Chinese I Ching hexagram. So this is a deeper level of human design that we just simply don't have time to go into the dynamics of during this training and in the capacity in which this training is here to support you. Okay. If you want to learn more, you can always research on your own. Or if you want to learn more specifically about your own chart and you want me to go in and do the reading for you, then you can book a human design reading with me. Okay. The option to work with me is linked for you in the description box below. Okay. Okay, so looking at my conscious earth placement, gate 58 is the gate of vitality, also known as the gate of joy. So this specific energy is the energy to cultivate joy and contentment. Okay, it wants to face the source of unhappiness and rectify it by using the source of unhappiness itself as a catalyst to empower and experience the joy of life. Whenever I need to restore my sense of balance to create inner peace, I would simply look to the wisdom of gate 58. So this means that I need to face the source of my own happiness. I need to identify it, understand why it's triggering for me, and extract the wisdom that is there to provide, right? And then once I have that wisdom, use the wisdom to choose more of what brings me joy. And so this is about not allowing the stress and pressure to make things better override the joy present in my life already, right? And so when we look at the unconscious earth placement, gate 18, this is the gate of correction. And so this energy is the energy to uphold and defend basic and fundamental human rights. And so it's about seeing the healing potential and wholeness in all things, people, places, experiences, etc. And so it seeks to fix the stories that we tell ourselves about ourselves and others, not the situation as it is and however it's choosing to unfold, right? It wants to take those stories of brokenness and transform them into wholeness, aka radical self-acceptance and radical acceptance of things unfolding exactly as they are without trying to change them. Okay? So now, whenever I need to ground my energy and have emotional stability, again, I would just simply look at the wisdom of gate 18. This means looking at my own train of thoughts. Remember the feelings versus emotions that we covered in video 1. If not, pause this video and go back and look at it so all of this to make sense, okay? This means looking at my own thoughts, seeing where they're gaining momentum. In other words, am I beating myself up with negative self-talk, or am I focusing on mistakes and flaws that don't matter or that are irrelevant, or even if they do matter, in accordance with the situation that's happening, am I focusing there, right? Because I'm perfectly imperfect and so are you. So whatever your mistakes and flaws are, they just are. They don't mean anything specifically about you. And so this is in turn where we look at where the momentum is gaining and being built with your thoughts or your train of thought, your stream of consciousness, and redirect the energy to a more supportive story, a specific perspective that's rooted in wholeness, right? Radical self-acceptance.
Regardless of if you have this gate or not, you yourself as an individual, as a soul, do not need to be fixed. You are perfectly imperfect. There is nothing wrong with you. This is about you understanding how your own energy works and learning how to navigate once you have that wisdom, or once you remember that wisdom, because I'm not sharing any information with you that your soul does not already know. Human design serves as a tool and a resource to help you remember, okay? The same thing with any other spiritual tool and or resource. It's also important that when you are looking at these different human design gates in your chart, These are the gifts that we offer each other whenever we encounter conflict or stress or emotionally challenging situations. Because the energetic essence of conflict itself is deeper connection, this is where the opportunities of growth actually come in. We're presenting each other with an opportunity to grow based on our own perspectives in an energy exchange. We are essentially mirroring the energy that we have ourselves from our perspective to the other, so that they can see it reflected in themselves, so that they can learn to identify it and connect with it in themselves. Usually when there is conflict or some type of challenging situation emotionally, it's because we are seeing parts of ourselves that we have not become comfortable with, or that we have learned to disregard or discard, or have hidden and repressed, aka shadow work, right? Shadow work integration, here we're getting into, have hidden and repressed in order to survive tough situations like trauma and things of that nature. So usually when conflict is present, we are being face to face or put face to face with parts of ourselves that we have forgotten how to love and need to learn how to remember and see and honor and celebrate again. Ultimately, this is about your sense of balance and stability. And so when you understand what your energy needs and how you are specifically wired or energetically wired, it makes it so much easier for you to pinpoint and identify those opportunities for growth and flip them to your benefit with so much more ease and a hell of a lot less resistance.
Now, when we talk about the opportunity for growth and identifying it, this is where we take things a step further. Okay, so the next place to explore for yourself or your clients, like I do, dealing with conflict and emotional stress, is the lunar phase that they were born in. We all know, or at least generally speaking, I would imagine if you're watching this series and have been following me and my content and stuff like that for a while, that because I talk about astrology throughout my content, I digress. But we know and understand that the moon in astrology represents our emotions and our emotional needs, right? And so that same concept and mindset or perspective can be applied when we are talking about identifying opportunities for growth. And so you want to look at the lunar phase or the moon phase that you were born in. This is going to tell you the emotional theme of growth that will be present in every opportunity you are presented with whenever you face experiences of conflict, stress, and challenging situations. Okay, so an easier way to think about this is the lunar phase that you were born in is kind of going to serve as your personal lighthouse in the midst of a storm, right? You're trying to find your way back to shore, and this is going to be your lighthouse, especially when you find it hard to pinpoint the meaning and purpose in your struggle. If you need help holding space for yourself and feeling your emotions and what the process of processing your emotions looks like, then again, you need to go back and watch video 1 because we covered that. But if it's something that you're struggling to do on your own and you need additional support outside of what was provided in video 1, then the Promise Journal is going to be a phenomenal resource for you. The link for that is available in the description box below, okay? All right, now if you don't know what lunar phase you were born in, it's very easy to figure it out. All you do is go on Google, and in the search bar, you can literally type lunar phase on and then insert your date of birth and hit enter, and it will tell you exactly what phase of the moon you were born under, right? Another way to do this is you can use the astroseek.com link in the description box below. That'll take you directly to that page and allow you to key in your information, okay? If you use the AstroSeek link in the description box, make sure you read the directions that I have included there for you, okay? Now, when looking at the lunar phase you are born in, you are specifically considering 2 things here. You're looking at the lunar phase itself, and you're also looking at the energetic essence or flow of that energy, of that lunar phase. Okay, so whether or not it's rooted in divine masculine energy or divine feminine energy. So this is yin and yang, right?
Now, if you've been rocking with me for a while, you already know that I don't teach strategy, I teach energy. And so I teach you how to create your own strategies and solutions by understanding how you are energetically wired to do so. That being said, my teachings are specifically rooted in the energetic end goals, understanding where the actual energy wants to go, what it wants to do, what it seeks to express, right? And then doing your part to honor that however it looks for you. And this is the quickest and easiest and most efficient way for you to get something done with the least amount of resistance. In this case, we are talking about conflict resolution and overcoming your struggles with whatever emotionally challenging situations it is that you are facing and or stress that it's creating as a result.
Okay, so the lunar phase is going to tell you where or what to focus on. The energetic essence, aka divine feminine or masculine, is going to tell you how to honor the energetic end goal and flip the opportunity for growth to your benefit. Now, when you put the two together, the lunar phase and the energetic essence is going to give you what you need to create the anchor for centeredness. So, this is going to allow you to physically cultivate inner peace and reach a conflict resolution in a safe and supportive way. So now when we look at divine feminine energy, this particular energy wants to go within and it wants to reflect. It wants to be still and hear inner guidance. Now, depending on the lunar phase that you were born under, the action it wants to take is going to be a myriad of different things. It could be to listen and simply be. It could be to receive, to believe, to experience gratitude, to reflect, to rest and restore. Okay. But overall, the energy itself just wants to be still and hear inner guidance, and it wants an opportunity, or it wants to take the opportunity to turn the energy or the focus inward and reflect. Okay, so regardless of what action it takes to do that, that's the overall goal and focus. Now, with divine masculine energy, it wants to express and interact. Now, depending on the lunar phase that you were born in, the action that it wants to take is going to be to speak, to set an intention, to give, to take inspired action or put something in motion, and or to expand. Okay, but again, the overall theme here for any of the lunar phases that are rooted or have a energetic essence of divine masculine energy, it wants to express itself and interact in some way. So now here's a quick example. I specifically was born under a waxing gibbous moon, and so the waxing gibbous is focused on trust and trusting, and this is in a divine feminine energy that wants to reflect, to be still and hear inner guidance. And so for this particular lunar phase, the energy wants to trust the process, exercise self-trust, expand into the energy of growth, aka change, and breathe and relax into the energy of my own intention, trusting that my intention will be honored and supported. Okay. So the opportunity for growth theme that's happening here is all about self-trust. And so being able to listen to my own inner guidance and trusting the process of change, again, will support my intention. Now, it's very important that you note and understand that this opportunity for growth, regardless of what lunar phase you were born in, is happening for you and the other people, places, and things that are present and involved in the conflict or situation, stressful situation that you're going through. Okay. So their perspective is going to be different, but the opportunity for growth is happening for everyone as an energetic exchange. So where conflict, stress, and emotionally challenging situations arise for me, the opportunity for growth that I need to shift my energy to is reflection. It's an opportunity to relax into the ebbs and flows of the situation at hand and trusting that it's there to support me, what I want, and the experiences that I value and or want to have. Now, you may be listening to this and thinking, okay, well, how do I trust, right? So I trust by honoring the divine feminine's energetic end goals. This is why, again, I don't teach strategy. I teach energy. I help you understand what your specific energy wants to do and what it's trying to achieve and accomplish, so that it's easier for you to have the sense of ease and flow about whatever it is that you're trying to do. And so when we're trying to navigate conflict resolution, in my particular case with this waxing gibbous moon that I was born under, I have to honor the energetic end goal of allowing myself to receive rest, listen, be human in what I feel, and reflect on it. Okay. It's not about doing, forcing and trying to make something happen. It's about allowing the situation as it is to unfold and reflecting on what it's presenting to me or trying to show me and mirror back to me, right? And so in this situation or in this opportunity for growth, I'm listening for sources of unhappiness and stories of brokenness that can be used to support, reflect, and restore my ability to experience transformation. Now, for bonus content, I do have the Lunar Blueprint, which is just a summary of the moon phases, their meanings, and energetic essences, available for you if you are a member of the Soul Love community. So I've created that PDF outlining all of that for you. And if you want access, click the link in the description box, sign up for the email list, and join the Soul Love community so you can have access to it, okay?
Something else to be aware of here is that not all conflict is about you in the sense that it's your turn to learn. A lot of times, more often than you realize, conflict is happening for you to be the teacher. Listen, both your presence and your impact are powerful, and I do mean powerful, regardless of what your human design energy type is. When you are present, you are either going to teach something, learn something, or do both. You being able to identify the opportunity for growth in your conflict, your stress, and in your emotionally challenging situation, it's going to be heavily dependent upon your ability to allow yourself to simply have the experience of being human and learning, being human and teaching, being human and doing both, okay? Being human and feeling however it is that you feel and allowing yourself to honor those feelings and those emotions. If you have watched this series and you feel like you are struggling and need some help being able to make space to feel and process your emotions, grab the Promise Journal. It's going to help you gain emotional clarity and understanding so that you can feel your feelings and honor their wisdom, cultivate self-compassion so that you can release any of the shame that those experiences have made you feel and have radical self-acceptance, and build clear discernment around what it is that you need to protect yourself so that you can communicate it in order to minimize the likelihood of those experiences happening ever again. To this day, this is one of my favorite tools and resources that I have created. It was the result of coming out on the other side of immense depression and feeling extremely disconnected from this world and this earth, and trying to process the emotions that came along with feelings of abandonment and being rejected and all of these different things that had happened in my life that I couldn't find meaning and purpose in and understand why it was happening to me. I literally and truly believed that I was meant to struggle, and this journal is the culmination of all that I have learned and all that I used in that time to help me process those emotions and work and navigate through and find peace again and find emotional stability, balance, and inner peace again. So if this is you struggling to find and make space to feel and process your emotions, grab the Promise Journal. The link is for you in the description box. Now, if you've already made space to feel and process your emotions, but you're struggling to understand the meaning and purpose behind the situation that you went through, then your next step is going to be the Soul Path reading. It's going to illuminate your situation and reveal the life lesson that you're supposed to learn so that you can progress to the next level and have the new experience that you want to have. It's going to give you an opportunity to hear your own inner voice so you can simplify what it is that you want on the other side of your conflict and or emotional struggle. And it's going to help you create a win-win solution with steps to make it happen. I still use the Soul Path reading to this day. It is my go-to anytime that I am freaking out, in panic mode, stressed, frustrated, angry, etc. You name it. Like whatever emotional roller coaster that I am on, I pull out my tarot cards and I do the Soul Path reading for myself to get a better handle and understanding as to what it is that I'm supposed to be learning, because sometimes when we have trouble calming our own nervous system and getting our energy grounded and finding our center of centeredness, right? Using that centeredness as an anchor, it can be very difficult to find your way and to understand what the point of it all is and to understand the meaning and the purpose behind going through all of this stuff, right? And so the Soul Path, the reading is my go-to tool and resource, and now I am sharing it with you. So if you are somebody who is struggling to find the purpose and meaning in your situation, what the point of it all is and how to navigate and take action to get to the other side of what's happening in the chaos, then book the Soul Path reading. The link will be available for you in the description box below. Comment below and let me know how you enjoyed this series. It has been a phenomenal pleasure to serve you in this space and to help you navigate the trenches of figuring out how to create inner peace so that you can handle your stressful and emotionally challenging situations a lot better for yourself. Keep in mind that I will still be popping in over the weekend to answer whatever questions you have down in the comment section. So make sure that you write them in the comments so I can answer them. The only dumb question is the question that you did not ask. The question that you had and did not ask. Okay. So yeah, that's it, love. This was so much freaking fun. Thank you so much. And I will see you in the next series. Bye.
Oh, you fancy, huh? Let me see your hands. Wave them at them bitches hating on you with their friends. Girl, you got it.